What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. So today we got kind of a fun video of my weekend project that I'm going to be working on. Something you don't see very often. I wouldn't say it's uncommon because there's a lot of people out there that have done it, but it's, like I said, it's not something you see very often. So I'm just going to show you guys what I'm talking about. And here we go. We have a brand new center console for the old Super Duty going in, hopefully this weekend. I think I should be able to get it all done this weekend. But for those of you that are unfamiliar with what this is, obviously it's a center console, but it's a center console out of an 08 to 010 Super Duty. Because of Ford's desire to save money, they didn't make a ton of changes between all their generations of trucks. Obviously they change over time, but the floor plans on the newer trucks versus our trucks are almost the exact same, and so this center console is a direct bolt-in with the factory brackets. Everything I've seen says so. I'm going to tell you guys if that's wrong, but it should be a direct bolt-in into the truck. If you are new to the channel, let me show you the truck it's going in. So this is the truck it's going in, my 2000 F250 Powerstroke. Right now it has the factory jump seat with the fold down console in the middle, and it's alright, but to be completely honest, I never let anybody ride in that center seat because it's just too tight and I don't like them sitting that close to me, and there's not enough room in the fold down center console to make me happy. So that old girl is going to be getting a new center console. So this is something I have been looking for quite a long time. It is not hard to find these center consoles, but it's hard to find them for a good price. This is a Lariat center console. It's got the leather top on it, up top there. And I would say most often when you find these on eBay or something, they're going to be well over $500 or $600. I found this one for $350. And it came without the bracket, so I paid another $140 from Ford for those. I was hoping it would come with the brackets, but I was kind of assuming it wouldn't. But I got it for $350, which is still kind of a lot more than I wanted to pay, but it's still a lot cheaper than what you usually find, especially for a Lariat console. Now, I am almost positive this came out of a wrecked truck, because when I open it up, you can see it's got a little bit of a crack back there, and you'll hear it right there. We got a little bit of some damage on the plastic. I don't know what happened. Maybe on the, I guess that's the driver's side got hit, and maybe the driver got pushed into it and broke the plastic. But I think I will be able to make do with that. I should be able to fix this, taking off the cap and maybe trimming that a little bit, but I'll be able to fix that, I think. And then that's not really a big deal. I'll try to pop that out so it looks a little more flush. But overall, hopefully you guys can see there's a ton more room in there. I mean, that's probably close to a foot deep, a foot long, and maybe a little under a foot wide. So that should be a big upgrade over the little tiny jump seat center console. And probably what I am most excited for out of the entire thing is the cup holders. For those of you that have these trucks, you'll know that our cup launchers are not always the greatest, and so to have some full built-in deep cup holders is going to be really, really nice. And I have the trim for it. Actually, I have the trim for it there. I actually took it off already before I started filming and realized I should start filming. We got that off. I'm trying to take these out right now because I think the mounting holes on the bottom of it are actually through the bottom here. The other ones are inside the compartment, but I think the front ones are down underneath the cup holders. So, like I said, I ordered the factory ordered the factory brackets from Ford, or a Ford website. So they were a little expensive, but not crazy. It was like 70 bucks and 80 bucks a piece. For those of you wondering, I'll show you the part numbers. I can't remember if this is the front or back, but these will be the two part numbers right there. And grab the other one. Right there. So kind of the first thing in this whole thing is I got to run to the hardware store and get some hardware to actually bolt the center console onto these brackets, because they didn't come with the hardware. Not too surprising. Why would I expect that? But let me kind of show you what it's looking like. This is kind of a mounting system I haven't seen before up until probably a month ago. Watching Fix It Nick's channel. Super good channel if you're into 7.3 content. He's been working on a 2000, maybe it's a 2000, either way, F350 dually 7.3 Powerstroke. Done a lot of cool stuff to it. Right now he's actually working on the restoration of an Eleanor GT 500 or GT350 Mustang. Either way, it's a pretty cool project that he's doing basically from the frame up restoration. So go check his channel out. He's a pretty cool channel to watch. He does some good work. But like I was saying, last I saw this mounting style was on his channel. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Alright, so what I'm talking about on these brackets is these are the mounting holes here and here. Sorry, I think one's covered up by the sticker right now, there and there. And then on the back side you can kind of see the tab that it goes into, and you may be able to notice, probably hard to see on camera, but there's no threads in there. And so what's kind of cool about it is, if I'm correct, which I think I am, this is actually kind of a slightly softer metal material that when you thread a bolt into it, it actually threads itself, almost like a self-tapping bolt per se. So I just got to go to the store and get a bolt that's about the right size, and probably a couple washers to throw on the inner part of that, and it should thread into it itself. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm going to try to get those cup holders removed the rest of the way so I can see the mounting space I have down underneath it. Then I got to make a run to the store, pick up some hardware, and basically undo some bolts on the inside of the truck and throw it in. I know it's going to be a little more tedious than that, but it shouldn't be too bad. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I'll update you guys in a little bit. One last thing I forgot to mention is the actual power ports for the center console. There's one on the inside and one on the very back sticking out towards the rear passengers. Obviously my truck's not a crew cab, so that one's not as important, but there is a power point on the inside, and I believe from what it looks like this is the supply plug with 2 powers and 2 grounds going to the 2 different plugs, and I do fully plan on wiring that up. I don't know if it's going to happen this weekend, but at some point I will be running power to that, so then I have full 12 volt power on the center console. And I'd actually really kind of like to get an inverter and set up like a plug or something, like right here or something, so I actually have a 120 volt plug as well. Being a YouTuber and whatnot, it's nice to be able to have a charger and stuff to plug different things in. And in general, it's just nice to have a power port to plug things in. But yeah, so there we go. I'm going to try to get these cup holders out, see what the mounting looks like, show you guys what it looks like, and then make a trip to the store. Alrighty, we got her out. It was a little tricky, but she's out. It has these tabs on, 4 tabs on each side, one there, 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 and there. Same on the other side, that just kind of clip in underneath this edge, and it's a little tricky because you push on one side and it pushes the other tabs in, so just a little finagling, try not to break the plastic. But as I suspected, the mounting hole is right in there. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it. There it is, right there, and same on that side there. So you guys can't see it very well. You can see it a little bit around the rims, but it was a cup holder, so it does have a little bit of sticky grime on it, a little nasty. So I'm going to be cleaning this up some before putting it all back together. But it looks like there's plenty of room down there to get a bolt and washer, which I expected, but now I know for sure. So now we can run to the hardware store, pick up some bolts for those, do a little bit of cleaning, see if we can fix this lid, and we should be good to go. Well, I figure I've been lagging behind a little bit and let you guys actually enjoy the sound of a good old 7.3, so I'll let you guys get a little bit of a cold start. A nice, not so cold 40-something degree cold start. Either way, here you go, enjoy it. Well, alright guys, we are back. It's been a little while. It's actually a whole different day from the last time you saw me. Magic of YouTube editing, you won't even know. But we got the center console all kind of buttoned up and ready to go back into the, or not back into the truck, ready to go into the truck for the first time. Let me show you guys kind of what I did. I ended up changing routes a little bit because of the mounting hardware on the brackets didn't work out as well as I had hoped. So I guess a little bit of an explanation on that. The mounting bracket bolts were exactly what I expected. That kind of ring down on the bottom is a little bit of a softer material and you can thread your bolts into it. I went to the hardware store, got the bolts. They seemed to work out pretty darn well, but when I ended up actually fully threading them in, they were just a smidgen too big and kind of ruined, or I guess I probably could have gotten away with it, but I wasn't very happy with it. And so what I ended up doing was basically just drilling them out to a 1/4 inch, just a touch bigger than what they actually were, and just putting some through bolts through it with a bolt and washer, or a nut and washer on each side. So super easy. I'm sure it's quite a bit stronger than it will ever need to be, but in all reality it ended up being easier to do it that way anyways. So it is what it is, just kind of how it goes. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So as you can see, you got the center console sitting on its legs now, or its mounting brackets, same on each side. They have little centering pins, so you know which one's the front and back. They only fit in one direction, so this is how they fit. And then on the inside, you'll be able to see the top of it, but it is a nut and washer, or a bolt and washer on this side, and obviously a nut and washer on the other side. And then probably won't be able to see it down there. Oh, I guess you can, right there and right there. So let me flip it up and show you the underneath side. Alright, so here we are looking at the underneath side. Hopefully those dogs on the bark don't ruin the audio. But we got the bolts coming through, and then it's just a bolt or a nut and washer on each side. Same down there. Super simple. Like I said, you can kind of see the mounting tab right there to the bottom right of the bolt. But that's basically just a centering pin so that the brackets only go on one way. So I guess I can show you guys the part numbers again. This is the part number for the front bracket going towards the front of the truck, and then down here we have the rear bracket part number. Hold it steady right there. It's got the brackets mounted up. Now let me show you the fix on the lid part with the plastic, no, with the broken plastic that I showed you earlier. So as you can see now, the lid opens flawlessly. Doesn't bind up on itself anymore. Let me get around to the other side and show you guys what it's at. So it was a pretty simple fix. Before, it looked like it had some sort of impact or whatever on this side of the center console. Ended up breaking this plastic here, breaking this clip, and actually really bending this piece of plastic up. It broke it and bent it up over on top of this metal hinge. So what I ended up doing was just taking off this hinge, or taking off the whole lid of it with these 4 bolts up top. Pretty simple. And then I used my heat gun, and it worked perfectly. Basically heated it up and just bent it back down into place so it doesn't interfere anymore. What I was doing before is as it was coming down, it would kind of, because this was pushed out, it would hook onto this lip, and as you lift it back up, it would, as you can see, that's broken because as it would lift up, it would pull it back, and that popping sound that you'd get was that right there. So I fixed that, no more clearance issues. And then the crack over here on this side, it's not the prettiest, but I was able to pop it back out of place or back into the right place, and then I just heated it up and actually fused it back together a little bit. So although it's not the prettiest, it should be totally fine. They aren't going to be separating anymore, and honestly they're not going to have any stress on them anyways. Yeah, so that is basically it. She's ready to go back in the truck. Now, I know some of you guys will probably catch that it's a tan leather top and the entire interior of my truck is gray and dark gray. I knew this going into it. Like I said, I kind of got a deal, or found the deal. Oh, out of focus. Focus. So I knew this going into it, and I just made the decision that I'll buy the center console, and then what I think I'm going to do is actually go through and clean it up and buy some leather dye and just dye the leather on this black. I could go through and paint the tan sides as well. I'm not too worried about it right now. If it ends up bothering me, I'll go through and actually do that. But for now, she's good to go back in the truck. Now, I don't think I'm going to get that done tonight. It's getting pretty dark, and I'd like to actually film some of it for you guys. Not to mention, I kind of want to relax for a little bit of the night. Like I said, I do these projects because I enjoy them, and I don't want to push myself to the point where I don't enjoy them anymore. So we're going to relax for the rest of the night. I'll get back onto it another day. Right now, it is a Sunday night, which is kind of a special night. Not because it's a Sunday, because of the actual day it is. Today is, when I'm filming this, today is the Marine Corps' birthday. So if there's any Marines in my audience, former or current, I want to say happy birthday to you all. I would say don't party too hard, but I know Marines. I live with Marines, and I have many Marines, friends and family. So I know that's not really an option. Have fun. Happy birthday to you all. And of course, tomorrow is Veterans Day. So to all my veterans out there, by the time this video is out there, it's going to be past. But I want to say it anyway. So happy Veterans Day to you all. Thank you all for your service. We can't thank you guys enough. My family alone has all four branches of the military covered through different times of our nation's history. And of course, I got a lot of friends and family serving right now or have served. So a big shout out to you guys. Thank you guys very much for what you have done, what you chose to do. You went above and beyond the call of what our nation is asking its people. So thank you guys very much. Yeah, I think that'll be a wrap for tonight. I will most likely put this all into one video. If not, oh, we got Duramax. Looks like they're coming back from elk hunting. Hopefully they were successful. But like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to. I was kind of planning on putting this all into one video, but if I don't, I will say it now. If you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you got any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I'll get back to all of them that I can. Whether it's the next video or the next part of this video, we'll be pulling out the interior of the truck, taking out the center console or the jump seat in the middle, and putting this thing in. I'm pretty excited. It should be awesome to, one, have more storage, and two, have actual good cup holders. That might be the best part of this whole thing. So thank you guys all for watching, and I'll catch you guys whenever the next part is.